we're going to go up and see SV Seeker, the boat project that's so famous on YouTube. Wow, that's a monster. Big steel hull boat, looks like. Yep. I'm on the right shoulder coming by. Okay, so they sounded the spillway alerts for the dam over here about 10 minutes ago, and they just started opening the overflow sluice gates here, whatever they're called. Hope it's showing up on camera because it's pretty far away for the camera's lens. They opened the first one, and about 30 seconds later they opened the second, third, fourth. So we're going to see how many they open up. They had some boaters just putting in their boats a minute ago, right when that alarm sounded, and they're probably thinking, oops, maybe that was bad timing. I don't know, it looks like just 4. Nope, there's 5 just starting. You can already see the current picking up, doing swirls and eddies right here. There's 6. It's hard to fathom how big that thing is until you see cars going across the top, and they're tiny, tiny. See it? Tiny car. It's much further away than it appears. A car isn't even the width of one of those pillars right there. There's 7. Yeah, you can really see the current. It's moving now. See the flow. Okay, so I filmed the opening of the first few gates, I don't know, half hour ago. They've got every one of them open all the way down to the far line over there. See if I can climb these rocks without killing myself. This guy's trying to swim upstream here. They opened all of the gates. I can't really see them all from this position. They go all the way over there to the far left. I think we counted 20 gates. There might be 22. I have to count them again. But every one of them is open. And this is a rushing river over here now. It is moving, man. Probably 4 or 5 knots of current right here. And there was a little rock wall out here that people were walking along, throwing nets and fishing, and it is submerged. It's gone. You just see a couple of little rocks right there. Yeah, so, and somewhere down there is a boat ramp where people are putting boats in. I haven't really gone down around the corner to look, but you can see how much water is flowing. Okay, so it's about noon-ish on Friday, and we're about to head out of the whatever this Fort something dam here, campground. Wasn't a very clean campground, but it was nice. It's free, moderately kept, but there's a lot of trash out here, and there's no water. There's water spigots everywhere, but the lines are shut down. All of the heads are left open, probably for the freeze earlier this winter. So anyway, we're headed out of here. We're going to go up and see SV Seeker, the boat project that's so famous on YouTube. He's supposed to be taking that thing out in just a couple of months, so it won't be there anymore. He's building a boat in the middle of town up here in Tulsa. So we're going to go see that, and my bike is up to its same old tricks, so it's definitely the rectifier or the stator that's bad, because we put a new battery in it. It's already drained that pretty much to where it wouldn't kick over this morning. There's no persistent loads on it. It's just while it's running, the headlight and tail light and all that are draining the battery. So push me. So it's a stator or rectifier that's out on this. So I'm stuck with push starting this thing for the rest of the trip, and every time I fuel up. Okay, so I guess you got it, I got it, you go ahead. Running mine on choke high idle here so it doesn't croak on me until it's fully warm. If it runs out, I'm pushing again. Uh-oh. They've had this spillway open all the way across now, all 20 gates or whatever it is, for 2.5 hours plus. It's a lot of water coming through. That's a raging river now. Pretty cool looking. There were some guys in a little flat bottom boat out there earlier, rowing up against the current, you know, running their motor, getting upstream and then just floating downstream and fishing as they're going. It's pretty funny watching them. I think, Adrian, you gonna stop here and fix your map, or oh, you got it? Okay. That's a lot of water. Big hole. Yeah, it's pretty steep. This XT's got plenty of juice, pulled right up in third gear, no problem. It was accelerating up. So this is it's Cherokee County Silver Star recipient, blah blah. No, it's the Memorial Highway. This sign says what it is, I think. Dam site? No. One of these signs tells us what it is. See if I can look and not kill myself around this corner. Nope. Signal still on, Adrian? Fort what? Okay. I can't find it. I know one of these signs said what it was as we were approaching it, but I don't see it now. Fort Gibson. So it's Fort Gibson Dam. Army Corps of Engineers, I'm guessing. Fort Gibson Lake. So my map is saying we've got 4.3 miles to curve off to something E0800, whatever that is. Yeah, we're on 251 now. And the weather is just amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely perfect. Low 70s, dry air, a little bit of breeze. Perfectly clear sky, not a cloud in sight. Yeah. It's a little humid back there near the water. Okay, so here's the boat. SV Seeker. Nice. The big old boat. He's got his gate closed, but we'll sit here and admire at a distance. I don't know if he's got his shop open to visitors today, but that's pretty neat. That is a big old barge, man. I wonder what kind of boat that's classified as. That's a monster. He's up top. He's up top. Man, that's a big old boat. Imagine the effort it's going to take to get it out of here. He's going to have to pull his fence down, of course, but getting it turned around, maybe he's not even going to turn it around. He's just going to tow it out this direction. Because where's the nearest water port from here? He's going to have the highway closed down, have custom haulers. I wonder about the height restriction too. Man, how are you going to get it out? I'm sure he's thought of this, but I'm just thinking of it now going, what, the logistics are going to be crazy. What's that? Go ahead and shut it off? Yeah, are we going in or is he? Oh yeah, cool, all right. Man, my headlight is so dim. Oh, he's going to let us come up there? Good thing I didn't kill it. Okay, it's shut down now. Got to push to start it. Wow, that's a monster. Big steel hull boat, looks like. Yep. Wow. I've watched his channel several times, watched the videos on this, but I haven't really done all the, you know, going back through the old episodes to figure out what his plan was. So look at this. Looks like a custom built trailer to hold the boat. Bolted in up there obviously, and then when they get this thing out of dry dock and dump it in the water, how are they going to tow it? I don't know. But that's impressive. So he said the class of this boat is called a Chinese junk. That's the name or class of the boat, is a junk. But it's a Chinese trawler of some kind. I don't know much about boats, so I couldn't say what the style is or what it's supposed to originally haul, but man, look at this crazy thing. Don't want to accidentally step to the right. It's a long way down. Wow, look at this. Wow, look at all this.
Yeah, what you been up to, man?
It's parked out there.
Oh yeah?
Working
on the bike?
What I was on the scooter. No, the BMW got 9 feet of water in it, so I'm riding the scooter with the trailer. Got that much water in it.
Is that about that much water in it? That's more water than the BMW is designed for, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is nice. All custom. I wonder if he built all this or if he just refinished what was here, or
Over there.
yeah. Got rails to hang on to or hold on to, whatever. I mean, and it's all custom. This is just amazing. So, I don't know diddly squat about sailing, but this looks like one of the halyard rope winch things. I wonder if that's going to be for what? Because this is a powered boat, obviously. You're not going to be sailing this monkey. Well, maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch of rope lines coming through the front wall here. So yeah, maybe he's gonna, yeah, that's what all this is. He's got his blocks and yeah, so he's gonna have lines out here on this. What is that gonna do? Crazy.
No, I don't know what he's going to use.
Oh,
He's not going to use a router.
don't step in the hole.
Yeah. Is that right?
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, it worked well for me. Pretty much. I sit that long.
Here's where the magic happens in the background.
Oh yeah, nobody can fly, nobody can
All right, so no Canadians. I have one Canadian here finally again.
Can't meet.
Yeah, he had his own airplane though, so.
I like the octopus, that's awesome. Okay, this battery's running low, but I had to show this on video in here. I was just educated on this whole thing. The builder has no seafaring experience, no nothing, and before this, no boat building experience. This is not a refurbished boat of any kind. This was a build from scratch, in place from the dirt up. I am just blown away. We're moving 4 right now. This is the forward bunks and berth. We've got the head here.
Yeah, keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Got the head and the shower.
And then
We've got a motorized lift ladder, extension ladder that's got cable activations on it and winch and all that. So if somebody hurts themselves, they've got a powered way to get up and down.
Oh, there you go.
Or at least down. I don't know if they're going back up. So we got doors. Did you make? I'm sure you bought the doors.
yeah.
You made the doors.
Yeah, made the doors.
So you cast them, poured them. How the hell? Oh, you cut them. Okay, I see. Plate steel. Okay.
Welded together and
Welded
then
up.
the fasteners and such. Kind of
So everything in here is made, for the most part, except for the engines, of course. Bought the portals.
Came out of an auction in Boston. They were on one of those pier restaurants that went out of business.
Uh-huh. Oh, cool.
Boston Harbor Antiques.
Oh,
So
cool.
now they're back in the boat.
And then he had somebody cast his portal covers
Not
here.
somebody, we cast.
They cast them, yeah,
One of our
yeah.
crew
But this
members did
was,
that.
yeah, the crew members. So this is all
Artwork they added. She added.
amazing. So sand cast, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just phenomenal. So the whole thing, ground up, has been built. All this has been cut out of plate steel. You got anywhere from 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch to 3/16 up top, and then getting toward the command bunk or the control booth upstairs, they've got aluminum to save weight. But all this is totally custom built. I am floored. Now this has been 10 years in the making. Here's our the batteries. We got I'm assuming it's a diesel in here. Haven't asked him the specs on the motor, but he's just got a single motor in here tied to the rear. This is a sailboat, so it's a tri-sail up top. He's got his own machine shop and engine room down here for working on stuff. He's going to bring a lathe on board at sea, so if they need to fix or fabricate parts while they're underway, they can do that. So he'll have a full tool chest down here plus lathes. Got our inverters. He's got battery and diesel under the floor up here. Should have done that while I was in the other room, eh? Under here we've got battery, fuel tanks, and then 4 we've got fresh water. I think he's got a 150 gallon potable fresh, but he's also got a water maker. I think he said it was a 60 gallon per hour water maker. So that could be part of it right there. It looks like filtration. No, is that diesel? What do we got here? That doesn't look like water. I don't know what we got. Yeah, that is water. Yeah. Yeah, this is just amazing on a whole new level. So all of this was built, not refurbished from something that existed before. So we're aft now. Here's the rudder block. He's got hydraulics on here for autopilot. And control lines are going to be tied in somewhere. He's probably got those in conduit, but I'm sure they're air, oil, hydraulic, pneumatic, but that's for the autopilot system. So you've got crew berths back here in the back, your bunks. You're going to have people sleeping here while the autopilot and the rudder is doing its thing right above your head. It's freaky, man. Freaky! So here's the rear head. It's a little smaller than the other one, but they've got a wet shower. And wow. And the sink, look at this. It's carved out of a solid piece of wood. That's amazing. Well, that looks like it might be composite, but still, that is just something. So he's going to be a non-profit research vessel. That's the plan for this. Here's a little portal, not big enough to be a manhole, but it's a portal up to the command center. And then over here in the crew area, we've got a trap door here and then a little pass-through door. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe just to look down from the control room down to the water line through this portal. I'm not sure. But yeah, interesting. I am just totally floored that all of this was from scratch. So imagine cutting all that steel, all the bracings, everything, cutting it, welding it,
What'd you switch to? The 35?
coating it, marine paint, I'm sure, making sure everything is salt proof as much as possible.
It's like,
Wow.
I'm 100% sealed.
I'll take you up top real quick. Try to get up here with one hand and not kill myself. This battery's running low and I'm about to lose it, so I gotta hurry. So up top, the roof inside there is retractable. This roof slides back. He's got it locked down and he's got a dinghy up top here. He has a tender in the back that they're going to use for going to shore because they're not going to bring this thing into dock most of the time. I'm going to ask him if he built these or bought them. It looks like they might have been bought, but yeah, whatever. So imagine he's going to have another one up here. But this is a sailboat, which just blows my mind. So we got a mast cover here, You're gonna have a mast coming out of this. Not sure, that's probably control and halyard and whatever your lines are. You're gonna have 3 masts on this thing. I'm not sure where the other 2 are. I'm sure all this was purchased, you know, the spools and reels and everything. I wouldn't think that he's made that, but I'll ask him. Maybe he did. But all of this is just, it's amazing. So here's another portal for mast, it looks like. Wow. Don't lean too far and fall over. Wow, look at this. It's just amazing. And for all those people that, you know, the naysayers out there, they go, oh, that can't be done. You can't do this, you can't do that. Evidence to the contrary. This guy built this in his front yard just here in Tulsa. And he said he's 15 miles away from water as the crow flies. I don't know what the road path is going to be. But everything as far as the transport of this is being donated. The road clearing and all that. The logistics on it have got to be just crazy, but they're doing it. That's awesome. Wow. And then he's going to have solar across the roof up here, he said. So when they transport this, the control command center here, forgive me, I'm not nautical, that's going to be removed. So it lowers the effective height of this thing, and it brings their total height down to like 16 feet. But they're not going to be going under any overpasses. They're going to be going over everything to get this out to water. And then when it gets to the port, they're going to reassemble the control booth on top here and finish wiring it up and send it out. Sneak back here, and so here's our trap door that I was looking at, and there's going to be another one somewhere. Don't know. Don't want to step on it. So aft of the boat here, and he said he's going to have a tender that's going to hang off the back of this thing in the water. Okay, we're headed out. It's Saturday morning. This is Saturday, right, Adrian? Yeah, yesterday was Friday. Yeah, I can't keep track. So Saturday morning, and we are headed out of our impromptu campground that we stayed at last night. I'll throw pictures up here. We got to a campground that was supposed to be open right here on the edge of the Ozarks in Fayetteville, and it's closed. They had the gates pulled, chained up and all that, so there was a little parking area just about a block down the road, and we pulled in there. It's like a hiking, mountain biking trail area. We just set up there. Screw it. It's dark. We wanted to ride in the dark. Not safe, not smart. So we made it work. It was a little tight. Couldn't find good ground for the tents because there was a lot of tree stubs and rocks and all kinds of crazy stuff. But Adrian's hammocking this time, and he only brought a hammock, so anywhere there's trees is a good spot for him. And now we're headed out toward Ork, O-A-R-K, Ork. We're going to ride 16, 23, and part of the pig trail today. We'll stop at Ork for lunch, late breakfast, whatever you want to call it. And so this is our day. We're just going to ride, enjoy some twisty roads. The weather's fantastic. It's like it's going to burn off. It'll be a totally clear morning. Temperature's nice. It's high 60s right now. It'll be a good day to ride. We've seen a lot of bikes pass us already. It's just been tons and tons of cruisers, and I've seen a few adventure bikes go rolling by. Bigger ones, not any small ones like me, crazy guy. Yeah. It's always good to ride in the Ozarks, man. Great roads out here. Good scenery. As long as the weather cooperates, it's all good. My bike isn't doing any better, but Neil has been charging me with his scooter with a little SAE power pigtail adapter that he pulled off of a dead air compressor that he was carrying. So we're plugging into my SAE plug right here by my tank bag, and then plugging into his SAE plug that he had for running his compressor. And while we're sitting, parked for a while, he'll idle his engine and let his bike charge mine for a little bit. And usually that gives me just enough to start this thing without having to push start it. But this morning it didn't quite work. We ran too long yesterday. My headlight and normal operating loads are more than what the bike is putting out for charging, so the battery just gets sapped. So I had to push start it this morning. It's not too hard. I'm getting pretty good at it. I used to do the run with it and jump up on the foot peg, swing a leg over, and bounce the butt and pop the clutch at the same time. But what I figured out is with this extra weight of the trailer helping to plant the rear axle a little bit, I just run along next to the bike in third gear and pop the clutch and it fires right up. Just have to grab the clutch before it takes off without one. So I'll just continue repeating that routine until I get back to Houston, and I'll test the stator on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Could be the rectifier because I was seeing some weird possible reverse voltage issues, so let's see. But I'm going to get an upgraded stator from Rick's Stators. They make a bunch of high-powered rewound stators for adventure bikes and dual-purpose bikes and stuff like that. So I'll get one of those, and I believe it comes with a lithium regulator to match the set point of lithium batteries. So I'll do that instead of the factory regulator, which is $120 or something like that. Wholesale it's $98, but still I'm talking $100. So I might as well put that money toward the upgraded stator and rectifier kit. Other than that, probably replace a couple of leaky gaskets on this thing, and it's good for another 20,000 miles at least. Yeah, this is bike territory out here. Northern Arkansas, the Ozarks, man. On weekends, if the weather's good, all year round, people are out riding, man. I used to come over here when I lived in Oklahoma. I would just come over here, camp for the weekend, just ride. I wouldn't bring anything with me except for just basic bivvy or something to sleep on or in, and that was it. Just throw a little tail bag on the back seat, and that's it. Just come out here and ride. Can't count how many tens of thousands of miles I've done out here just going in circles. I used to have a lot of these highways memorized. I just haven't been out in a long time. Okay, so my GoPros are dead. My bike isn't charging anything. My phone is nearly dead, but I decided to take a quick little video out here in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. We're just riding twisty roads. We went and consulted a paper map, and anything that looks twisty, that's where we're going. We really have no clue where we're at. We're just going. And there's no street signs out here, so good luck. This is White House Fire Station. And we got stables on the hill, quarter mile that way. And we're at a junction that has no name, unless that is the official street sign in Arkansas. What is this? Nope, that's a warning gas pipeline thing. Something. Water. Okay, so water, and we got a fire hydrant, and yeah. Street signs? We don't need no street signs. It's a weird offset intersection. It's kind of funky, but man, the hills in here are just crazy. There's some 20% grades in here, above 20% grade. It gets nuts. The little cub is having trouble. He's having to row down to second gear and still losing speed. XT's got plenty of steam to pull it. So I think we're going to continue on down this way and just fart around. Yeah, we have no idea where we're at. We're just going to go. We got GPS. If it all goes to hell in a handbasket, we'll be able to get ourselves out. So anyway, I'll save the phone. Not much battery left in this thing. I'm going to be solar charging today because my bike is not charging anything at all, including itself. The stator or rectifier is totally shot. Of course, that happened just out of Houston. It's been fine for several days while I was testing it after I put it together, hoping that everything was happy with it. I haven't had it out on a long road trip in like 5 or 6 years. 5 years. And tested everything out, rode it around town for several days. It was fine. No, not a hint of trouble. And as soon as I get 50 miles outside of Houston, dead battery. Ah, Murphy. So anyway, I'm just sitting out here relaxing for a few minutes. Going to consult the map, figure out where we're going next. Okay, so welcome to our Monday morning. This is day 6 of our trip up here to Arkansas and the Ozarks. And we're in Hope, Arkansas today, headed south. We're going to get down toward Texarkana, Sabine Forest area. I'm still push starting my bike. I don't know if you can see the lights, real dim and flickering. Loads of fun. We had breakfast here at Waffle House and we're about to hit the road. So I don't have much battery left in these cameras. I managed to steal a charge while we were eating breakfast and got one of my GoPro batteries up to about 50%. So record a little bit on the road here as we go and see how things go. Here's Neil running circles in the parking lot again. Thing handles so well. Low center of gravity and super flickable. Road crew, coming across the road. Yeah, keep on going. I'm gonna do a flyby. You guys keep going. Cool. Yeah, it curved away before I could get up to the front. So I was keeping pace with this train and trying to get out in front of it, hauling balls to get all the way up to the front of it, and then the road diverged and we got slowed down in a little town crossing thing. I was hoping I could get up to the front of the train and have him blow the horn for the video, but no, I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I see him. They're drag racing. Let's see if I can get up there and mess up their game. I'm able to pull about 70 with this trailer. I get into a tail wag at 65 though. I'm on the right shoulder coming by. There's that tail wag. 65. See it? If I slow down under 60, it goes away. But above 65, it... Yeah, he's laying tail wag. I don't know. I don't think his bike will go fast enough to let the back end start getting unstable. And this bike has that tendency to head shake above 65 anyway, so I think the bike is exaggerating the trailer action. So yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've just been going parallel to a train, same speed, just dum 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 dum. So now we're stuck behind the same train for the second time. As our little highway is twisting and turning, and we got little town slowdowns, and he's just trucking along, training along. And there's the end. At least we didn't have to wait long this time. Now we'll be on the other side of him, maybe. Run parallel to him the other direction. So here's the dam, and this is the Toledo Reservoir between Louisiana and Texas. Amazing to think that this wall is holding back all of that water. Wow. Yeah. Yep. And we are back in Texas. Okay, well, home again, almost. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana trip was successful. It's 7:04 on Monday evening. Made it back safe and sound. Almost back. Got a mile to go. The bike has been a pain in the butt. It's running well. No problems with how it's running, but no charging system, so I have no headlight, not much of one, and the battery's dead. Have to push start the bike or bump start it every time I stop for fuel. So I just did that again, maybe 15 minutes ago. I stopped on the downtown area to grab another tank of fuel because I was sniffing fumes on the reserve already. Anyway, Neil and Adrian and I split ways, or we split ways with Neil in Louisiana. And then I split with Adrian over on kind of the far east side of Houston, Highway 90. He went more toward his area, and I jumped over to I-10 and booked it on home using the HOV link. So, bike's doing well. It's got a little minor oil leak from my cam cover, where I set my valve lash the other day. O-ring, a couple of O-rings here and there, and of course dig into the stator or rectifier or both, whatever it is in this thing that's caused it to not charge the batteries. Anyway, it did really well. Had a good time. We put down about 15 to 1,600 miles. It wasn't the 18 or 1,900 that we were thinking, because we didn't go all the way up to Missouri. I've arrived, so unfortunately I wasn't able to record a lot of my trip because I had no battery, no way to charge anything on the trip. Phone is pretty much dead, everything's dead, Cardo's dead, camera's dead, except for this last battery that I'm using right now. So I'll put together what I can from this trip, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks for tagging along.